What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I am KeyLovesGod. I help uplift, encourage, and inspire others on how to be made in His image and on how to be the best versions of yourselves. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. And for those of you who are already subscribed, welcome back, sunflowers. In today's video, I am going to be reacting to Black Culture's video, The Very Dark Side of AI All Black People Need to Know. If you're not Black, I'm sure you still need to know this information. I'm not for sure exactly what this is talking about other than what the title says. This really captured my attention because my husband and I were just talking about AI and how it is doing a lot, is just doing the most. And I was telling him a long time ago, before it even got this popular, about how it has pros to AI, but how it also has a lot of dark deceptions to it. So it's like they paint it with all this glamorous, like all these amazing great qualities, right? Like, oh, it'll save you time, you won't have to use these certain things, you can just pull up your phone and it can just open it for you based off scanning your face, and you don't have to pay at the pump, you can just scan this, you can do that, anything just to cut time and to make us feel like this is going to be beneficial to you. But what makes us think that they would do anything to make things easier for us? So I'm definitely going to look into this video and check it out, and I wanted to share with you guys my first time reaction to it. Like I said, AI is very beneficial, but it's more so about control and monitoring us a lot more, and possibly taking our jobs away, taking away the need and the necessity of human beings working in physical buildings or places. So let's go ahead and check it out and let's see. And you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions down below.
Or worse, captured and put into camps for extermination. Into a broken world, ruled by the machines.
It's no secret. Platforms like TikTok and Google know us better than our friends or family do. That's because these companies are collecting a huge amount of data as input for their AI algorithms. The problem is, AI can manipulate human behavior. Yes, manipulative marketing strategies have been around for a while, but when you combine them with AI algorithms, you can get a seemingly perfect framework that targets users more effectively, and it's harder to detect. Black people are
constantly targeted for online disinformation. Wow. So first of all, I wanted to say that whenever you like a video or whenever you're watching certain content on TikTok, YouTube, I don't know if they do it on Facebook. Yeah, they actually do it on Facebook as well. All of these social media platforms, you guys, will literally use their algorithm to see what it is that you're liking, because they're going to continue to send you more content like that. So that way they can keep you on the devices longer. So it's all about keeping your attention and distracting you. And that's why this video captured my attention with the title, because AI literally does that, where whatever it is that you're shopping for, you're talking about, you're listening to, they're going to continue to use that algorithm to send you more of that particular information. And that's very dangerous. It's helpful because it's like, oh, okay, I want to see this video and I want to watch this video and I'm learning so much. But at the same time, it's taking your time, which is one of the most valuable things that we have. Time is something that you can't get back, and it is also an illusion as well. But that is how God gave us, like He broke it into days in order to help us, basically monitor how we're spending it and how we're using our time. So the fact that these companies and medias and algorithms are using these things to basically kind of track what you do, track where your money's going, so they can spend and give you more of that, so you can spend more of your money and more of your time. Can you see how that can be dangerous?
constantly targeted for online disinformation. They are used as a tool to stir conflict related to the racial divide. In this video, we are going to talk about different problems posed by AI. First, how the AI designed to flag hate speech is actually increasing racial bias. Second, how AI puts out misinformation about black people. And lastly, how AI bias caused 80% of black mortgage applicants to be denied. So let's begin. It might sound cliche, but AI is transforming every aspect of our lives, at home and at work. AI can learn to identify vulnerabilities in human behavior and habits and use them to influence our decision making. Even if AI doesn't have human-like emotions, its capabilities are much more profound. AI plays a central role in online platforms. It is becoming, if not already, a key tool for shaping online information spaces. Thanks to AI, online platforms can now directly influence our thoughts, opinions, and expression.
Did you hear that? It can influence our thoughts, opinions, and expressions. What does that sound like to you? It can influence it.
This causes a number of problems, one of which is the reckless spread of disinformation. And while AI can be seen as a potential antidote for disinformation, the fact is, AI makes this problem worse. This spread of misinformation acts as a powerful and very effective distraction for creating chaos and...
Didn't I just say that? Y'all, does this not sound like the devil at work to you? It's literally so blatantly clear to me. It says, at the core of this challenge is information saturation, leading to a need for the structuring and prioritizing of information that is no longer possible manually. The sheer volume of content, the overwhelming number of narratives and counter-narratives, and the pace of the news cycle are difficult to rationalize, digest, and meaningfully interpret without technical assistance. What we are witnessing is a new form of attack on freedom of expression. Wow. While censorship focuses on the suppression of speech, new tactics do quite the opposite and flood the online space with all kinds of speech, including multitudes of false, inaccurate, and misleading information. This weapon of mass distraction is proving incredibly effective in creating chaos and distrust in institutions. This is literally what I'm talking about. There is so much confusion. Everybody has a voice and everybody has an opinion, and you let all these people on these platforms with all their thoughts, with all their opinions, that can literally lead to multitudes of false and inaccurate and misleading information, where you watch one video and you're like, okay, that sounds like the truth, that sounds pretty accurate, but then you go to the next video and that one sounds accurate, and they're two totally different conflicting narratives. You don't know what to believe, and we know who the author of all confusion is. This is what they do. They, meaning the elitists, the higher ups, they like to create order out of chaos. And that is why it is so important to take a break from all of this stuff that distracts you. Because that way you can get clarity and understanding. You get time to allow God to speak to you through his word, through your relationship, through spending time with him. If this is taking up all of your time, how would you have any other time to spend with God, to know his voice, to get truth, to get knowledge? Whereas AI literally will purposely send you false information as a powerful tool to manipulate your mind, to influence your thoughts, to influence your opinions. You see what I'm saying? Dangerous.
And conflict. And what better way to plant disinformation than with racial bias and cultural identity? So, who is often right in the middle of it all? Black people, of course.
A black software developer named Jackie Alcine realized that when Google Photos used AI to categorize his pictures, they sorted images of him and his black friend into a folder titled Gorillas. us.
In the last few years, there have been many attempts to detoxify the internet, but how do you really detoxify it without limiting free speech? Platforms like Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook are counting on AI to help stop the spread of hate speech on their networks. This is how it's supposed to work. Complex algorithms use natural language processing to flag hate speech better and faster than a human hand. But research shows that AI designed to flag violent or racist speech could be increasing racial bias. Here is how. Study shows that leading AI models for flagging offensive speech were 1.5 times more likely to target comments posted by African Americans. They were also 2.2 times more likely to target tweets posted in African American English. And, you guessed it, this is the most common language used by black people in the United States. Think about it. Most of what is considered offensive is based on social context. Slurs used in some setting, like the N-word, may not be considered offensive, but the algorithm will flag them. That's because AI doesn't know the context of the comments it's reviewing. It works with data, but if researchers are finding flaws in this data, then this could pose a serious threat to the tech industry. Many activists are also accusing platforms like Facebook of using strict speech regulations on black Americans instead of white Americans. In one case, a black woman, Mary Canty Merrill, was banned on Facebook for posting the same "Dear White People" note that countless other white people posted without getting banned. Students from the University of Washington wanted to dig a little deeper and see what is considered hate speech on Twitter. That's because many of the political conversations are happening on this platform. They collected over 100,000 tweets that were flagged by humans with labels like abuse or offensive. The results were mind-blowing. Tweets posted by the black population were 1.5 times more likely to be considered offensive. Experts then used this data on larger scale models and found that these biases only increased. The students then decided to take on a different approach.
That's sad. I'm not surprised. Just like modern day slavery and suppression of speech, where you don't have
encouraged
freedom.
workers who labeled the exact same data to consider the user's race and dialect when flagging a tweet. When moderators knew more about the person tweeting, they were less likely to flag their tweet. Therefore, racial bias against tweets related to black speech went down by 11%. So, basically, you can have the most sophisticated neural network model, but the data is biased because humans decide what is hate speech and what isn't. Okay, so hate speech is one problem. Then we have disinformation and false stories. Despite the countless benefits of AI-powered systems, AI can be a double-edged sword. Disinformation aimed at the black community comes from different angles. AI is very effective at removing illegal, undesirable, suspicious, or sensitive content online. AI systems are very successful at identifying and screening for fake bot accounts. With bot spotting, social media firms offer better quality content to their users. According to Facebook, AI tools help remove 99.5% of terrorist-related content, 98.5% of fake accounts, 96% of sexual activity or adult nudity, and 86% of graphic violence. But AI is not perfect. There is still too much disinformation.
See, so it definitely has positive things that it brings, as he just mentioned. And is it just me, or is he speaking like extra fast to where I'm like, wait a minute, I'm still stuck on the fact that you just said that black people are being targeted way more than white people. And I'm still analyzing everything that he's saying. Like, he's dropping so much knowledge, and he's just jumping from one thing to the next thing to the next thing to the next thing super fast. Is it just me? Does my brain need to just like kind of, is it still buffering, or is it you? Okay, never mind.
Most of which is aimed at the black community.
Just last year, a man named Robert Williams was arrested for stealing 5 watches because facial recognition technology decided his ID matched a photo of the thief.
Oh my gosh, and this is not just AI. This is just like, I swear to you, man, so many black people can literally relate to this, but it's literally like, we don't all look the same. We don't. Literally. Like, I just don't get it. But literally AI now, which is artificial intelligence, just said that this man, his picture matched the same picture of that of a thief. So they could literally be like, oh, you were just involved in a criminal activity, and it's not even you. Just because AI said your picture matches somebody else who's black who just did something crazy just like that a couple days ago, now all of a sudden, like, you get in charge for something that they did. That is crazy. You could be in jail serving time for something that you didn't do. Again, AI is going too far, y'all. It's going too far, and it's mimicking the thoughts and the behaviors of people and can literally create artificial pictures and artificial conversations and text messages. Like, have you guys seen that? How they're literally talking about how it's expanding with the things that it can do.
Just one teensy thing, though, it was not him in the photo. According to a federal study on facial recognition, Asian and African American people were up to 100 times more likely to be misidentified than white people.
Now, misinformation doesn't only target political movements or activism, it also affects our education. Black history has been so consciously suppressed over the years that many of us don't know our full history. We know about major events.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the misinformation of our Black history. Let's get down to it. Can we protect this channel? Because he is just dropping so much knowledge. This is stuff that people don't like to talk about, but it is so true. And I am so happy that someone is talking about these things, because our history as Black and brown people have literally been hidden, lied to us, suppressed for so long. And I am so happy that all of this stuff is starting to come out now. Because what did the Bible say? My people died for lack of knowledge. We have to understand where we came from. We have to know our true history. And for people to go to great lengths to hide it, why do you think that is? Why do you think we're the ones being targeted the most? Why do you think that our history is the one that's being the most hidden? Why is it not out there like everything else? Why isn't it being taught in schools? Why? Answer me that.
Events such as enslavement, Great Migration, and the Civil Rights Movement, but there are many stories lost to history. That's exactly why we made this YouTube channel, to share our true story. If you'd like to support this movement, click the link in the description below to grab our new ebook called The Root for 75% off. All purchases will be reinvested into bringing you more documentaries, teaching things they never taught us in school. Thank you for the support. There's another thing that's worth mentioning when it comes to the dark side of AI, and that's mortgage algorithms. Today, we live in an era where many mortgage lenders have replaced face-to-face communication with algorithms, but AI and its inherent bias appear to be making it harder for minorities to get their home loans approved. The markup led an investigation to find out how AI algorithms affect people of color. Based on the results, 80% of Black applicants were more likely to be denied, along with 70% of Native Americans and 40% of Latino applicants. There is still a human element to all of this, but most of it comes down to an algorithm. Loan officers get the necessary financial information of a prospective borrower and then input this data into the algorithm. But when you take a look at the bigger picture, you will notice that white families have 8 times the amount of wealth as Black families. So, when you use the assets and wealth, you are already faced with the barrier that is unfair to the Black community and people of color. People who code might be able to change this outcome. It is possible to create spaces in tech where Black coders can grow professionally and personally. By advocating for Black coders, we can make the tech industry more accessible, flexible, and practical for the Black population. Programming.
Okay, I'm gonna need for some of you guys to go to school to be Black coders, please and thanks.
And coding languages are a major part of software development technology. To get into coding, you can learn from online podcasts, tech articles, communities, and other platforms such as GitHub, online hackathon, online boot camps, etc. Coding is not only useful within the technology industry, but in many other segments as well, such as marketing, agriculture, healthcare, and finance. So there are plenty of opportunities for growth. Big tech firms are constantly being accused of manipulating data in one way or another, but this is a problem that extends far beyond the digital giants. When we give AI algorithms a central role in our digital lives, it is important to see how it starts affecting us on a day-to-day basis. For Black people, AI can pose a real problem as it makes it harder to address problems like racial bias. What are your thoughts on how AI affects people of color? Let us know in the comments below. Now is more important than ever to know who we truly are and our history. If you're ready to educate yourself and hear stories they never taught you in school, click the video on the screen. We'll see you over there.
We want freedom.
Ooh, we got Dr. Sebi. You know what? I'm about to subscribe to this man's channel, y'all. Wow. This was excellent. All the way around. I'm gonna need for you guys to come show him some love in a major way. Make sure you guys also subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that you guys can be notified when I do post another video. Also, you guys make sure that you subscribe, like, and drop a comment down below on, on what you guys thought about this. And make sure that you're respectful in the comment section. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in another video. Mwah.